Think buying property abroad is risky? Think again. If you're a Canadian investor, chances are international real estate feels like a leap into the unknown. What about the language barrier? Unfamiliar laws? Losing control of your property overseas? You're not wrong to be cautious. After all, if you're used to Canada's stable systems and legal clarity, buying overseas can generate great uncertainty. But what if we told you it doesn't have to be intimidating? Because there are places where investing is just as straightforward, and in some cases, even easier than it is at home. Hi, I'm Reza from Ingwe Immigration, a global mobility firm built on trust and expertise. We specialize in breaking down barriers between countries, empowering you to invest, live, work, and do business globally with ease and confidence. We know that investing and relocating can be complex. There's a lot to figure out, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. We help clients from all over the world navigate these processes, whether it's for real estate, business, or a fresh start in a new country, so they can move forward with clarity and peace of mind. Let's take a look at what really scares most investors about buying property overseas and why places like Panama could change the way you think about international real estate. So, what actually makes international real estate feel intimidating? Can I trust the legal system? Will I really own the property? What happens if something goes wrong? Will I even understand the contracts? And hey, is Airbnb even allowed? Totally fair questions. And here's the twist. Those same concerns, they're becoming just as relevant within Canada. Let's take a look at the red tape back home. If you've ever tried investing in British Columbia or Ontario, you know the alphabet soup of taxes and restrictions: the BC foreign buyer tax, the speculation and vacancy tax, the empty homes tax, the municipal non-resident speculation tax, the vacant home tax, among a few. It's like they've got entire departments working full-time just to invent new acronyms. Although many of these taxes do not affect local Canadian investors residing in these cities, it would affect local Canadian investors who are not residents of, let's say, BC, for example, and would want to invest in real estate in the Metro Vancouver area, as they would be considered a satellite family and not full-time residents. What about short-term rentals? In Vancouver, they're only allowed in primary residences. Even then, the building's bylaws have to approve it, which, spoiler alert, most don't. Toronto's no better. Most condos outright ban Airbnb. And even if you do qualify, Toronto slaps on an extra 8.5% municipal accommodation tax, not to mention the CRA watching every Airbnb listing like a hawk. If you would want to resell your property, you could owe 13% in sales tax plus lose your capital gains exemption. Now, let's compare that to Panama. In Panama City, most new developments are already short-term rental friendly. No extra licenses, no condo board battles. You can legally list on Airbnb right out of the gate. It's encouraged, even supported by developers and city regulators. It's almost like they want you to succeed. Let's talk tenants. When purchasing a property as an investor, typically it's expected that you would rent it out for additional income and even covering your expenses. In Toronto, evicting a non-paying tenant can take 7 months or more. Vancouver is slightly better at 2 to 3 months. In Panama, the regulatory body in Panama City for landlords and tenants facilitates the process in case the landlord needs to evict the tenants. The process can take up to 4 months. Clear regulations and policies are in place, and the courts enforce the orders that are issued. Here's another important aspect to consider: currency. If you're investing abroad, you don't want wild currency swings draining your returns. Panama runs entirely on the US dollar. That means your rent, expenses, and bank account are all in a strong currency. Even your debit card works globally. You might be thinking, sure, but Panama's far. Actually, flying from Canada to Panama takes about 5.5 hours. That's the same as going from Vancouver to Toronto. Canadians don't even need a visa. Just hop on a direct flight, land 20 minutes from downtown Panama City, and you're there. And if the logistics scare you, don't worry. In Panama, business is often conducted in English. There's a huge expat population, over 150,000 full-timers, plus tens of thousands of part-timers from the US, UK, and Europe. Opening a bank account can be done remotely in USD. No need to fly down, no bureaucratic nightmare, remote property management. In Canada, it's hit or miss. But in Panama, top developers include property management as part of the package. Everything is turnkey, hands-off, stress-free. In fact, it might be easier to manage your Panama property than one in Toronto or Vancouver. Worried about legal protections? Panama offers full freehold ownership to foreigners. Property rights are equal to locals. All transactions go through licensed attorneys. And every title is registered in a centralized system, online and accessible. That's peace of mind built in. Let's talk taxes. Panama is considered tax-free for income earned outside the country. For rental income inside Panama, the deductions are generous. Management fees, insurance, maintenance, interest, depreciation, you name it. And the actual tax rates? 0% up to $11,000 in net income. Only 15% up to $50,000. Compare that to what you're paying in Canada. Need transparency? Panama has its own version of MLS SIIRE run by the National Land Authority. You can verify ownership, pricing, and valuations before you buy, even from your phone. So let's recap. Fewer taxes, fewer regulations, support for foreign buyers, and a government system that actually welcomes you. Panama isn't some risky leap. It's a well-paved, clearly marked path. In fact, the real risk might be staying local. Panama or other overseas destinations can actually be simpler and more rewarding than buying in a neighboring Canadian province. This isn't about chasing dreams. It's about investing smarter and creating a solid, better future. We're here to guide you through it all. Whether you're exploring opportunities, choosing the right property, making the investment, or navigating immigration if needed. From start to finish, we make the process clear, simple, and stress-free. So if you're ready to stop circling the same old markets and start building real growth, let's have a conversation. No pressure. We'll guide you with your best interest in mind. Reach out at the link below and explore if Panama is your next smart move.